Alright, guys, I just had to jump on here quickly for a moment. I'm sitting here and browsing a little bit, and I see where Hull House tumbled down upon the People's National Party with pretty much all of their vice presidents and those people who have been nominated and so on resigning. Can somebody please tell me what is going on in the PNP party? What really are going down a jam down there in the PNP party? Me not even make no claim on PNP party right now. I not tell you no lie. Absolutely no claim me now make on PNP party. If you say, yo, that's my party and so on. Because right now, we need some new parties in Jamaica. We need some new parties with young people, fresh minds, fresh ideas, and all of them things that in Jamaica right now. No, all us really tumble down upon them. I mean, I'll carry the tablet, come let me see what the news I say about this PNP party and what really are going in a PNP party. For all of them people are resign, people like Damion Crawford, one of the brightest minds in the People's National Party, has resigned. People like Mikael Phillips has resigned. People like Phillip Paulwell, I mean, one of the guys who pretty much sits at the foundation of the party, has resigned? Or is it that them people, Wykeham, McNeil, resign? Is it that these people just needed to resign for the party to go on? Or a long time them people here needed to go on about them business? What really are going on in a PNP party? Wanna tell me what are going on? Would I really like to know what going on in a PNP? Any PNP there by here? If we're not PNP raising a hand, let me see all of the PNP them with the on this place here. So because it's too bad. It no look good for the PNP party, none at all. Me can tell on this much PNP no have no go back in a leadership or in a power anytime soon. Unless them clean up and clear out the party there. Them have to tumble down all of the old house them. Them have to make sure say them get rid of everybody and everything. Look here, too much foolishness are going on in a PNP from what they are. Too much unnecessary foolishness are going. Amiel, unnecessary be a source of foolishness. Look on the bed, you see my tablet. Carry the tablet, bring it to me. Unnecessary source of problem are going in a PNP. Like, really and truly, what going in a this socialist party? The party that is supposed to be the party for the people. What is really going on? I just don't understand what going on in a PNP party because every time me turn, when I know some scandal or some all sort of disgrace and all sort of something, thank you, honey. Don't unfold the clothes, I'm gonna just take them up and put them in the drawer. When I know some kind of other something, a source of foolishness, a go on in a PNP party. Hey, Chosen, what's up? Right? So somebody when know what go on in a PNP, I don't can jump on the live and make me know what go on, or I can put in the chat and tell me what exactly I go on in my jam down. What really I go on in my party. Me can't believe a PNP party mash up. Like good. One party could have mash up so. People could have really sit down and make one party mash up so. Make one party go to the dirt so. Look here, we have one PNP party, I know. We have one, I think, a Progressive National People's Party. And they were out of power, I think, for one term. And let me tell you something. Them go and they did what they had to do. And when they came back into power, I think it was 30. No, don't throw it away. Just get one garbage bag and put them in. Right? When them something there, or yeah, put it in the garbage, that's fine. When them come in a power, them knock out the other party. Must if how much seat them have? 14 seat, and them knock them out 13-1. So I really and truly are going in a jam down. Why? Me want to hear from the people. Let me see what the news say. But just see the news a while ago, so I say me want to jump on the live and just share it with you know, so that we can hear views on this whole issue. People, the PNP party pretty much went to dogs when PG left. Should I really say that? Kind of sound away. But when PJ left the party, that's when the party started going down, right? Because when Portia was supposed to come into power, that's when the leadership squabble started, with Phillips trying. And let me tell you something: you can you can exercise your democracy. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with exercising a democracy. It is how you go about doing it. And if you are operating within the sphere of a party, all I want a PNP, good. So it's not like say, all right, me a Labour right and them a PNP. The whole of them a PNP, and the way how they treated Portia when Portia was vying for the leadership of the party, it never sit well with me. And they didn't give Portia the support, you know. When Portia came into power, they never give Portia the support. How come? It's not about 3 draws you have shirts in. It's full. Come to the one at the bottom. Come to the one at the bottom. Come to the one. None over on the other side where you can put shirts in.
Yes, but that's for pajamas.
Yeah, but you have to divide it in 2. Okay. And put like your home shirt or your house shirts in the half. Yeah. Yeah, people. So yeah. And the way how they treated Portia, that was the problem. That was the problem. How they treated Portia Simpson Miller. And the names that they called Portia, because she never got UE, and she never have no UE degree, and all of them look at something there. Yes, that's why the people they mistreat. And guess what? When a member say UE did confer a doctorate from Portia, you know. When remember that? Member say Portia never have no degree or whatever it was. But I think the University of the West Indies, because let me tell you something about politics. I know it because I go UE, right? And especially a lot of these people who used to go into politics and so on, them used to the debating team at UE and so on. So I know how it go, right? So when them don't develop them debating skills and all of them something there, because them join postgraduate or undergraduate debating team, and them are part of guild and all of those things. You understand? So they might develop them leadership skills from them upon the compound, right? And when Portia was vying for the leadership of the party, and because them realized that, well, Portia not have no degree, Portia never got UE, Portia never this, them say all sorts of something about Portia, make it look like say Portia can't talk, Portia can't present herself, and they pretty much never had any respect for Portia Simpson Miller, right? But she won the election. You know why she won the election? She won the election because she won the hearts of the people of Jamaica. That is why Portia won the election. She won the hearts of the people in Jamaica. Portia loved people and she cared for the people of Jamaica, right? A lot of these politicians in power, they don't care for people. And that is why they will never be successful. That is why their political career will pretty much eventually just go to the dogs, right? They don't leave any legacy or any heritage, or, you know, their history will just not be good, right? Look at these current leaders, especially even in the PNP party. What is their legacy? Who for name now call for pedophilia? Them name a call for this, them name a call for that, them name a call for all sorts of something. You understand what I say? Because what them a do? Them a try to fight out them one another, right? Why them can't come together? I said that long time. Look here, a one leader when Jesus Christ did dip on earth, as much as him treat everybody with equality and equity, everybody knows that him are the master, him are the leader, everybody else a follower. And as much as he was a servant leader, right? And him good on and him wash people's feet and all of them something there. Jesus, everybody knows that Jesus Christ are the leader. So when you have one party and everybody are trying to be leader, that party they are gonna go aground. It are gonna sink. It are gonna sink in the ground. So the People's National Party Chairman Phillip Paulwell has resigned. Vice President Damion Crawford, Dr. Wykeham, McNeil, and Mikael Phillips have also resigned with immediate effect. Further, Phillips has withdrawn his nomination to be re-elected Vice President. Right? it is just sad. I see somebody say, I feel disappointed. I feel like weeping, something gone really badly wrong. What is going on here? Normal Manley and Michael Manley must be weeping in their grave. This is so sad, so sad to hear. It's very sad because you're talking about a foundation party. You're talking about a party that has built a country, right? I think, a lot of the advancements that we made as a country, it was under the leadership of the People's National Party. And to see that a party that has, made so many advances and progress in a country, and yes, you will probably say that there's much more that could have been done, or they could have done more, but we can definitely say that, they took the country from a primitive state into a more technological advanced state, right? And so at the end of the day, when we see these things happening, it's really disheartening, right? When you see a party where people who supposed to be leading and all they're doing is fighting over leadership, and their cronies are doing or putting information out there on, other leaders in the party, to make them look bad and so on. It's really concerning. It's really concerning, people, right? So listen, this is what I can say, people. This is what I can say. We don't know if some tree survive it after dead. For some tree to regrow, it has to literally die. Like everything dead. The branch, the leaf, everything. The only thing we're left in the ground are just the root. And then when everything up at top dead, right? You see look what you call it now. Look leaves and things start spring up out of the ground, right? And them spring up. That time you're done clear with the brambles them and the things them, the dry up parts already, and burn them up and get rid of them, right? Excuse me. So pretty much, guys, for anything to happen in the People's National Party, what is there must die. Currently, what we see in the People's National Party must die. How is this death going to take place? All of those leaders with their old, or what you call it now, that's not the word is not, well, I want to use archaic ideologies, right? With them bad mind, with them fight against each other, with them no respect for each other, with their disregard for leadership, right? They need to go. All of them need to go. They just need to pack their bags and go, right? And when they do that now, then you will have bright young minds like myself here coming into the party, right? Who have the interest of the people of Jamaica at heart, who want to see the country grow and move from the state that it's in now into a better state, provide better opportunities for the young people, better opportunities for people who are living in poverty, help to improve the standard of living for the people in our country, provide better educational opportunities and so on, job opportunities for people. Then no, we will experience a rebirth of the party. Then we will experience the rebirth of the party. But what we're seeing now, what we have seen going on over the part since Portia Simsimilla left the party. Honey, can you close the door for me, please? There's just a lot too much wind coming in. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Just spread back the mat at the door. No, don't take it inside the house. Just the breeze blow it up. You see that? You have to get the broom and sweep it out because the mat dusty. You have to get the broom and sweep that out. Get the broom and sweep it out for me, please. Thank you. Right? Yeah, we need new and brighter minds, new ideas to come up in the party. Right? So who want to resign? Who want to do whatever? Make them go on. Because clearly the party is not for them. People love them party. People love the People's National Party. And we are just saddened. Open back the door because it's too dark. See you leaving some dirt there. And we are just saddened. Those of us who grew up, under the People's National Party, we are really saddened to see what is happening. We're really saddened to see what is happening in the party, right? The party really mash up for true. It mash up for true, people. Me not telling you no lie. It mash up. It really, really, really and truly mash up. But you know what them say? We're not dead, no dash way. We're not dead, them say, no dash way. You hear me? Because where we are see right here, so we're gonna bring about a rebirth. We are gonna have a rebirth of the People's National Party. We're gonna have it. You understand?
Can I ask you a question? Like, if you choose one party, if you want to change, can you change?
Yeah, you can vote for any party you want to vote to. So pretty much this Jamaica don't have an opposition.
Mommy,
So the ruling party or the ruling governing party or the governing party, ruling governing, same thing. Be redundant there. The governing party, pretty much they will be in full control of what's going on in the country, right? They will be in full control, right? And when you see, let me tell you something, people, and I have functioned in a number of leadership capacities at different levels, whether it's in the church, in club and so on. And when you see that as a leader, all your members, they're pretty much giving up and giving you support in your leadership capacity, that is a clear sign that you are not needed. Clear sign that it's time for you to step down. It's time for you to go. Step down. Is it going to kill you? What is it about men? What is it about men when they're in leadership? They don't want to step down. Like, if you lose your spunk, if you're not the person that you used to be, if you're not the leader that you used to be back in the days, just bow out gracefully now. Just gracefully take a bow. Yeah? And that's what I always say to people. If you find yourself in a one leadership position, let's say you have an executive committee, you have the support of your executive and nobody not do what they're supposed to do. Listen, take away yourself. So Mark Golding, I don't know you that well. I really can't comment on you as a leader because I don't know you. I really don't know Mark Golding, right? I can only make assumptions from what people say about him. I don't think he's really loved, right? I think he's a brilliant guy. I think he's very brilliant, right? In terms of his educational achievements and so on. I think him brilliant. He would have done some work in the party, and even when the party was in government, he would have done some work. So no, don't let the cat do that, man. Why you don't hear?
But that was the
Take him down and don't let him do that.
Okay, I'm
right?
sorry.
Clearly he would have done some work, right? And he would have gained the confidence. He would have somewhat gained the confidence of those of the various nominating committee, that's what they call them, in the party, because it's really not the general population of the party that would have voted to put him into the leadership, right? Have different caucuses, that's what they call them. I'm learning about it as I speak to you now, guys, right? And they would have had leaders and they would have made votes and so on to put him in. So somewhat he would have gained the confidence. And I think Lisa Hanna went up with him, right? Or went up against him. And I'm not going to say that she was rejected. I would never say that. But she clearly did not gain the full or enough votes to have become the leader of the party. Now, as a woman, I would not have minded Lisa Hanna being the leader of the party. But then again, people have all sorts of something to say about Lisa Hanna too, right? And they make it look like, say, Lisa was all about the fashion and being on the catwalk and that sort of thing. Again, I don't necessarily know Lisa that well, but I think too she is very smart, she's intelligent. I've read some of her posts, and from them, I've gathered that she is a well-thinking Jamaican politician, I think she too has the best interest of Jamaican people at heart, and she would have done a good job too, being in that leadership position. But clearly, they never wanted her. And let me tell you something: a lot of these parties are male dominated, and that's the problem, because these parties are so male dominated. When women step up to lead, the men don't support the women, and that is exactly what we saw happen with Portia Simpson Miller, because of how dominant, how male dominant these parties are. It's hard for women to come out on top in these parties. Women are pretty much treated to be subservient or submissive and so on in these parties, just like how they treat women in the home or expect that women must behave in the home. And that is the sad part about it, because women can be leaders and we can be darn good leaders too. I think women make better leaders than men, actually. That's what I think, right? So I don't know what is going to happen now, people. I don't know what really going to happen now, especially with with all of these people resigning. When you see people like Damion Crawford resigning, that in itself is a big blow to the party. No, I don't know that him resigning from the party means that he's from these leadership positions would mean that he's resigning from the party. I would hope not. I would hope that even though they resign from these leadership positions, they will still go in and they would still give the support. They will make their voices be heard, right? And exercise the democracy, right, that is given to them. But at the end of the day, people, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? And me no know if it is a case of what you call it now, what goes around comes around. It could be a case of that, It could be a case of what goes around comes around, because, boy, I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know. Maybe you want to think about it. Maybe you want to think about this whole all stumble down in a PNP party, with all of them vice presidents resigning and all of them things there. Let me know one thing. Just wanted to bring it to your attention to let you know this is the current state of the People's National Party, where all of what their chairman has resigned, Phillip Paulwell, and three vice presidents have also resigned with immediate effect. Right? 3 vice presidents have resigned with immediate effect, and that means that the party has gotten a blow. The party has gotten a blow, right? It's one of two things. The party has gotten a blow, or they have made room. They have made room for other leaders to step up. That's what has happened here, right? Hey, Maxie. Yeah. Hey, Andrew, what's up? So, yeah, they don't. So it could be that they're going to start their own political party. I really don't know, right? And Jamaica need it. Jamaica need it, because you just have a feeling, say, you see the People's National Party and the JLP, I feel say a full time for them just, I don't know. Them are hold the country in a bandage. Them 2 party there are hold the country in a bandage. Yeah? Yes, Carleen. They don't like leadership, women leadership. They don't, right? They don't like it. It's sad, in Carleen. It's so sad. It's so sad. But let me tell you something. I am of the view also that these people need to go. I am of that view that these are people who need to leave the party. People like Damion Crawford, I love him. Like, I really like this guy because I think he's so intelligent. I think he's so smart, and he has some great and brilliant ideas. I mean, I'll come take up the broom from here. He has some brilliant ideas, and I think if he's given the opportunity to really lead the party, he would do a great job. It's a comes around effect. They have resigned their position, but not from the party. Changes can be good. Yeah. So in this case, Prudence, yeah, it could be good. The party is not the same since Michael. I'm telling you, like, when what's his name? PJ Patterson was there. I was all about the party. But I'm telling you, from Michael Manley, PJ Patterson's, I remember PJ Patterson was there from how many years? PJ Patterson was there for about 19, 18 years, you know. Remember, PJ was there from in the 90s up into the early 2000s, I think, right? So, so pretty much from PJ left the party, right? Because when PJ was in leadership, nobody challenged PJ. Nobody not challenged PJ, no. Amiel, come close the door for me, honey. Amiel, come close the door. The rain is coming in. And take up the broom for me, please, sweetie.
Look at the rain.
Amiel, don't get wet in the rain. I don't want you to get sick. Right? Take up the broom from there for me, please. Seriously. Thank you. No, I'm not. I'm doing my live. Yes, Carol. Yes, Shelley. Right? So when PJ was in power, I thought PJ is, I think, you know, along with Michael Manley and so on, I think PJ is one of the best prime ministers too. A lot of people won't agree with me on that, right? But I think that he did a good job as a prime minister. He pretty much brought the country out of he brought the country into the modern age, right? And a lot of the technological advancements that we made in terms of communication and roads and so on, it was under his leadership. Good, which is commendable, right? I always talk about the Jamaica Values and Attitude Program. I don't know to what extent they use it still in Jamaica or if they still have it, but I remember when PJ launched that program, I was a part of it, and he took us, what's the name of this place downtown? There's a place downtown, and we went there for training. You know, all of those young people that were a part of it, we went there, we got trained, and, you know, we did the part-time jobs and so on, and it was very good, and we got a part of our school fee paid, that sort of thing, right? So at the end of the day, guys, you know, he would have implemented some good programs. And I must say too, I see where the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister, Most Honorable Andrew Holness, he is, you know, doing some great initiatives, especially the housing program. I think that is very good, and that's why I'm telling the people, when I don't see people come on social media because they want to make house and them do it, don't mean say them alone are do it. Enough people are do it. Plenty people are do it, right? So that's a good initiative, right? So if they stop fighting each other, the party can be great again. We're not dead, not dash way. Exactly. I said that earlier. Hey, Homar, what's up? Right? We're not dead, not dash way. Right? And that is a problem. And that is where Prudencia Conference Center. Thank you so much, my dear. That was where the problem started. Oh, bunting for much. No, let me tell you something. Me love bunting. Me don't know. And again, you can only speak to what you know. I can't speak to nothing that I don't know. Right? And I'm speaking only to what I know in this situation in terms of Peter Bunting. I remember when Peter Bunting just came into power, guys, about 1996, 97 or so, or 95, somewhere about there, when he came into politics, right? And in my constituency, Southeast Clarendon, so Southeastern or whatever it is, Clarendon, at the time, Hugh Shearer, yeah, that's his name. Hugh Shearer was the MP in my area at the time. And let me tell you something, it's like it's a curse, because even from then, things are pretty much the same. Nothing has changed in that community, in that area, right? And we didn't have no roads. And I always share with you guys how I used to walk, like must be about 5 miles just to reach a school. Look here, me used to walk till my boot them lean up on my foot. When I ever see this towel lick foul, I saw my boot them used to lean up on my foot, right? Or me have to walk how much miles to get one taxi so that me could have go Maple and reach a Garvey Masaya High School. It never pretty, it never nice. And so now a one little bus, you must tired to hear me talk this a story. A one little bus used to run in that area there. One little bus, brother Cecil little yellow bus, right? And when brother Cecil, them times they like people will come from Rock River and so on, they would drive around Chapperton to go into Maypen. Nobody now drive from Rock River come down through Whitemall or Chateau, right? Them a drive up a, what you call it? Up a through Trapperton. That's what this a name, yeah? And then now, with Hugh Shearer being in power, me talk so we're not on a road, you know. The road look like one river. Them time there, the road look like a river. You don't ever see when river dry and the big old stone and patrol them and as soft way road used to look, you know. Right? As how them road they used to look back in the days. We don't have no road. And Peter Bunting came into power. Peter Bunting came into the area and he ran against Hugh Shearer. Them time that he was young, dynamic, vibrant, and so on. So I can speak to it because that's the Peter Bunting I know. So when I hear people say things like Bunting mash up party, I cannot associate with that. I can't because I know Peter Bunting to be a man who came into a little area like my little area in community, my community in Clarendon. Saw where we didn't have any roads, we didn't have no taxis, we didn't have no bus on the road. And what he did, he fixed the road. That road was fixed from up Palmer's Cross, I think, all the way down to Moors or Rock River or wherever. He fixed that road right through. Now, when you talk about fixing a road from Palmer's Cross, coming all the way up, coming all the way, going, I think, all the way to Rock River, you're talking about 10 miles of road, you know, people. You're talking about 10 miles of road. No. You're talking about people getting jobs, people who all them used to do a burn coal and go and market and them something there. You're talking about, you know, people getting money, earning to sustain their family, send their kids to school and all that. That's what I'm talking about, guys, right? And back in them days there, nobody never did a fight over, oh, you're not getting no work because you're labor right or because you're paid. No, everybody gets work for do. Everybody got a job, right? And so this happened. So I associate Peter Bunting as being a good leader because I just think for you to come into politics and do something like that, you must have some good leadership qualities in you. You have to have good leadership qualities in you. The only thing that he didn't do, and even up to this blessed day, them still haven't done it, was put domesticated water in the community, put proper piping and so on, where people can get them proper water in them home and so. And that has not been done yet. People still have them little tank or them build them tank to catch water in and so on, right? And that's the sad part about it. So it just really sad, said that something like that people would actually think, or it would turn out to be, he is one of those individuals in the party who is not doing what he's supposed to do to ensure that the party is sustained, right? To ensure that, you know, the party is maintained. It's just really sad. Other leaders will step up. Yep, that's it. It comes around, yeah. Other leaders will step up. The party is not the same since Michael Manley days, right? Yes, from them days, there has been a downward turn, right? Through Miss Ilton, PNP, okay, I read that already, right? Downward trend. If they stop fighting, yeah, I think I read that one already. The party got a bad blow when they started to fight Portia. That's my thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prudencia. That's when the party got the blow. When they started fighting against Portia. That's when, because really and truly, you know, when PJ stepped down, he wanted for Portia to get the leadership because she would have worked so hard in the party. And again, people, I'm not saying that the work that you do is enough to qualify you for a leadership position. But mark you, if the person has worked, if the person has the qualities to be a leader, give them the support, stand behind them. But again, different factors came into play with that situation. One, education. That was a big thing. They didn't think that Portia was educated enough to lead the party, right? Number two, they because of gender issues. Because she was a woman, their man never thinks that she did qualify because she's a woman to lead the party, right? Men sees politics as a man's world. When an educated black woman with charisma stand out, they feel threatened. But if we as men can respect the female natural abilities to take care of things in terms of nurture, we will see a lot of changes. Exactly in the political arena. That's one area where the no prime minister is leading. Exactly, right? Exactly so, right? Exactly so, Maxi. The time when he challenged the opposition wasn't necessary because the general election was just around the corner and this party split in two. It's just sad. It's just sad, right? It's just sad. So, and you see, that is a cult. And you see, let me tell you something. Them say when you see this, you must always nip things in the bud. Nip it in the bud. You see, if you not nip it in the bud, you see, if you not bend the tree from it young, these are things that will continue to happen. So you see, when PJ did go to power, if PJ did stand up and say, yo, a Portia, I gonna be the leader. No matter what, a Portia the leader. I can guarantee you that they would have understood what would be happening, for any upcoming elections, right, within the party. They would have understood that. But and you see, dirty, the politics was very dirty. The politics in the party. So yes, exercise the democracy, but keep it clean, huh? Keep it clean. You remember all the nasty things and what them used to say about Portia? When them have this something the election, when they were having the internal election and the nasty things that they said about Portia. You remember all the nasty things, guys, that they said about Portia when they were having the internal elections? All of them nastiness, they never. Amiel, come give me the phone stand. All of those nasty things that they said. Yes, Prudencia, where you're from? Because I know Southeast it's Lionel Town and those areas is a part of it too.
What did you
Give
say?
me the stand, the camera.
Hi.
I love you, boo boo.
I love you.
All right. Go on for the something for me, please. Right? So yeah. So all of those nasty things that they said about Portia.
I need to ask you one question.
What?
If I do chores around the house, would you buy me a snicker bar?
All right, yeah. I owe you a snicker bar. Oh yeah, that area is a part of it too. Yeah. Yeah. So yep. So pretty much
Snicker bar candy?
No. One snicker bar. So you can probably start by washing up the breakfast plate in the sink. Yeah? I'm a delegate from 2006 from Portia time, and I will never change my course.
Mommy,
See that? No, you're not. Listen.
In half an hour. Okay?
All right, go for the something stand and put the camera, the thing on. Come tired for hold it up in my hand. Yeah. So yeah, guys, what did I say a while ago? What did I say? This boy come distract my brain, right? So yeah, the nasty things what them used to say about Portia. At that Patricia Duncan Sutherland. But you see, and we should have never lost that constituency, right? But really and truly, the constituency, the Prudencia is not even a thing their constituency either. It's not. Come open back the door because it's not the house at. It's not even a thing their constituency, It's not even a PNP. It's a stronghold. It's a labor rights stronghold, right? Because remember, it was Hugh Shearer, right? And after Hugh Shearer, Peter Bunting got it. Peter Bunting was the only PNP to hold that constituency, the only PNP, right? And after he lost it, and I don't think he lost it. I think he gave it up. He'll run in the next election because he left to go start some business or something like that, right? Put it in the room, right? He left to go start some business, and I don't remember who it is that was. Oh, Boreal. Remember them guys? The Boreals. They were the ones who, and those guys, people never even checked for them like that either, because they weren't doing much, and then pretty much that was it, right? So really, only one time PNP ever hold a constituency there. Only one time, and I don't really see what the other party are doing, but it's what it is, right? It's what it is. So yeah, people. So as some people say, PNP party gone to the dogs. That's what we see here. PNP party gone to the dogs. That's what is happening. PNP party gone to the dogs, right? The party that would have been the party of choice for many people in Jamaica, right? The party, as I said, that pretty much moved Jamaica from that primitive state into a more technologically advanced state. The party that most of us grew up seeing it in power. And let us not forget the atrocities of the Jamaica Labour Party against people like the Rastafarians, right? And so on. Let's not forget those things, people, because I remember when I was a child growing up, and my father had one shop on the front down a country there. And when what's his name? Edward Siaga and those guys were coming around on campaign, because pretty much we were the only PNP in that community. We had to lock up that shop. We had to close down that shop, right? Because maybe them would have firebomb it or something like so. So we had to shut down that shop. My father shut it down, and my father, sometimes he would stay in there and look, maybe peep through a window. But I remember as a child, we had to go into the house and we had to lock ourselves in the house. We couldn't, politics are gone, and Edward Siaga and Hugh Shearer and all of them people, they are come round, Mike Henry and them people, they are come through a drive through, and we couldn't be out on the front in the yard looking at what was going on. My daddy sent us in the house. My daddy was not out on the front looking on at what was going on. He sent us into the house, right? So again, that is why I tell you people, I am for change and I don't mind change. Good? But guess what? To talk about association, these are things that I associate the Jamaica Labour Party with. And that is why I have been a strong supporter of the People's National Party over the years, right? One of the things is that we have seen where the party has fallen. It has fallen. Oh, how. Is there a poem that says, or whatever it is, oh, how the mighty has fallen? Yes, the mighty has fallen, right? It has fallen. But as I said, for the party to rise again, and I believe that it will rise again, and it will rise again even stronger and even more powerful. Some of these people that are part of the party, they have to leave. They must. For the party to grow, for the party to rise again. All of these people who have been involved in the scandals and the leadership squabbles and, fighting against each other, all of them need to go. They need to pack their bags and they need to go. They need to go about their business. They need to retire from their political career. They just need to go. You see what happened. And let me tell you something. And this is the advantage that the Jamaica Labour Party has over the PNP right now. Did you realize that the Jamaica Labour Party pretty much got in new faces? Look at all the leader, all the political representatives I don't even know some of them. You still have a few old leaders, like you have people like Daryl Vaz. Even Warmington is somewhat new too, right? Because we're talking about people being there, like say back from in the 90s and so on, right? We're talking about new faces. The Jamaica Labour Party, they pretty much brought in new faces. That's what they did, right? All of those MPs, most of them, they are new to politics, right? So they brought in a new breed of leaders, right? Brilliant minds. They have brilliant ideas. They came into the party, right? And they pretty much built the Jamaica Labour Party from scratch. Now, the People's National Party never look across the aisle and say, you know what, we need to take a leaf out of them. But people like Lambert, Green, and them man, they need to take a break now. Yeah? A full time for them left the party. People like Phillip Paulwell, good that you resign right now. A long time you should have did resign, right? I'm hope to you resign from active politics too, right? People like, all of them what did they? Them just need to resign. Bring in some new faces. If you don't want to send for me, you don't send for me too. May we come, right? But bring in some new faces. a joke me I make. Like a joke me I make. Like I'm not about this whole politics thing. I don't think I would do it. No. No. Maybe if I were in Jamaica, I would consider it, but I don't think I would leave and come back to Jamaica just to be in politics right now. I'm still not giving up. The other party went through the same crap and they rose to the occasion. So I stand firm as a comrade. Exactly. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. I just love your faith and confidence, Prudencia. And I want for all of us, those of you who are PNP or whatever you be, you have to exercise the same faith in the party. But really and truly, a lot of people gave up. A lot of people became discouraged when they saw what was happening with the leadership and the scandals and all of those things. And you know what? A lot of these scandals and so on and things that came out about different people in the party, they came about from the cronies or from followers of certain people. Right? So Tamara Hilton is a part of the party and I want to be the leader. So all of you people who are following me, you decide, okay, let's go dirty up John Brown's name so that Tamara Hilton can become the leader. But you know what they say, people? Let me tell you what they say. The same knife that stick goat, it stick sheep. And when you're digging 2 holes, make sure that when you're digging 1 hole for somebody else, make sure that you dig 2 holes, because you never know, you may very well be the one who falls into it, right? You may very well be the one that falls into the hole that you dig for somebody else. You understand? And the same, let me tell you something, people. You see the same people them will say, Hosanna, I love you, Jesus. Hey, the same people them, you know. Say, give me Barabbas and crucify Jesus. Crucify him. It's the same people there. Hey, Jason, what's up? Good leaders are going to rise from what is happening now. I believe that. I truly believe that, Maxie. I truly believe that. Yes, right? I truly believe that. Not PNP, true comrade, right? So, you have to do a flushing, if you want to call it that. You have to flush. There has to be a shaking. There has to be a cleanup, right? Thorough. The party needs a spring cleaning. Get rid of all of the people them when you feel like so them can follow back up. Because you have to learn to be a follower before you become a leader. You have to learn that. And some people don't understand. Say, listen, you have to learn to rise from the bottom up sometimes. And every time you're going to find yourself in one situation where you're dropping at it and you reach a top. Sometimes you're going to have to rise. You're going to have to take the steps. You're going to have to, every rung. There's a little song we used to sing back in the days. Every rung goes higher and higher, right? We used to sing it because we have to learn, say, yeah, we are climbing Jacob's ladder, yeah? And so at the end of the day, people have to learn to rise from the bottom to the top. People have to learn to rise. So, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this old house tumbling down on our dearly beloved People's National Party. I remember when Carlene, you are from Portland, and I remember when Dr. Bloomfield, may his soul rest in peace, when he won that first election 10 years ago, actually. It would have been 10 years ago, the December. My son was maybe about a month old. That was maybe the first time I was voting. And when he won, we had a coffin or a casket that they buried the what's his name? Mr. Chin. He was buried in it. Well, seems like we're gonna have to get a casket or a coffin, whatever you all call it, for the People's National Party. We're gonna have to bury it and hope that on the 3rd day it will rise. It will be resurrected. We just have to hope that this party will resurrect. We need a resurrection. We have to go call down the resurrection power from Jesus Christ to come resurrect with party, because no, sir. When I know one thing is another, then one party could have solved some people. Say, I be a saltless pan the party. Be a so saltless. Power party in a jam down. Only not to see that I go on power party in a Jamaica. So sadness. So guess what? I see a lot of people saying that they're coming out. I see one young man the other day that in 2025, he is coming out with a new party. Marvin, tell me that. New party, and he's soliciting and he's looking for young people with brilliant minds and brilliant ideas to come and join the party. So yes, so all who things say Jamaica is always gonna be about JLP and PNP, people are get fed up. Because guess what? PNP didn't have power, you know, and people get fed up. People get tired. People couldn't bother no more with it. Good? So what them do? Vote them out, put in PNP. Remember say Bruce Golding first did I run, you know. Remember say Bruce Golding come with Fame Party too, right? And then he jump over to the people to JLP, and I think JLP won the election that year, and then PNP go and then try again and then win. Remember, you know, remember. So you see, with all the way happening in Jamaica, don't go come. Change is on the horizon. And if PNP you know fix up and brush up themselves properly, then them not have no more if it's in a power. Then it's like them can't just kiss it. Bye. Them can't do it. Them can't kiss power. Bye. Them can't kiss it bye. Right? Them need, let me tell you something, them need maybe one mediator for coming in or one counselor for coming in and help them to deal with all the pain and the hurt and the bitterness. PNP party right now, coming in like one bad toxic relationship. Look here, someone ever in a one toxic relationship with some man yet? And it's like a source of problem. Everywhere you turn, left, right, and center, be a problem. I saw PNP party coming like right now. Like one toxic relationship, right? Where you find yourself all with some little crosses, man, with jealous over you, and give you a source of problem. All the man, them with them good, they are bunny, and yeah, I saw PNP coming like right now. And I one or two things you can do. Either you go get help and fix the problem, or you go just have to walk out from the relationship. You have to just walk out from the relationship. It's not vote out, it's buy out. See that? Vote out, buy out. Maybe the people that don't have no money. PNP, the people that were running PNP don't have no money. So them need to get some supporters. Them have to go get some big supporters. Some people have money or donors. We can't donate for the party because one of the time, whenever here, so them all them electricity cut off up a Hope Road and all them, like some base source of craziness and crosses are going in the party. So here what? PNP, I don't know, we're not going to just left it or we're not going to fix it. Right? And if you say it can't fix, there is hope that it can be fixed. There is hope that it can be fixed, right? So people, pray for the party. Go and support the party. Those of you who have the voice and the influence, those of you who can speak to what is happening in the party, let your voices be heard. Don't keep quiet. Don't keep silent. Because you know what? That is always a problem. So like in the last election, here what happened? A lot of PNP never want the election because the Prime Minister called it right in the midst of pandemic. Hear what them say, boy, I'm afraid I don't want to catch no coronavirus, I don't want this, but guess what? They want to live right and go vote. And because them feel like say the people them now go vote, enough PNP never go vote, didn't go out to vote in the last election. Enough PNP never go out, did not, let me speak properly. A lot of PNP supporters did not go out to vote in the last general election. Why? Because they were upset that the Prime Minister called the election in the midst of the pandemic. They thought that he should not have called it, right? And they thought that, well, if we don't go vote, pretty much a lot of people would not be going out to vote. Let me tell you something. Them say when you have dry peas of fire, you have to seek water. Yeah? When you have dry peas of fire, you have to seek water for it. Right? So when you have your party and you want your party in a power, you have to get up off of your rockers and go vote for your party. Don't think for one moment that people now go vote. People are gonna go out, people from the Jamaica, and especially their party is in power. They're gonna do everything to make sure that party stay in power, right? So the PNP National, the People's National Party, they and the supporters, because we tend to talk about the leaders, but we're not talking about the supporters. Listen, no care how bad of a leader we have as a party, if the supporters don't go out and support the party can't win. Or the party are going to win if you not go out and support the party. You have to go out. That was one of the tricks when he said that over 60 should stay in. Yeah. How you go expect your party can't win. You have to get up and go vote. So when you go vote now, you make your voices be heard. And that is why I tell people, say, listen, if you don't vote, really and truly, you don't have a voice. So people like me over yourself, because me no vote, me just a chat, right? Right now, me not even know if me have a vote, because my ID all expire, right? So I'm just saying this to say, guys, that hey, listen, do what you have to do. You really want to see this party rise again? You're going to have to rally the troops. You're going to have to prepare for war. You're going to have to prepare for battle. You're going to have to make sure that you all go out and fight for your party. You want it to be resurrected, you're going to have to fan that fire. You all remember how we used to build wood fire when we were picnic and grow up? Some of you don't know nothing about that, because you're not too young to know about that. Me used to go to bush, go look wood. And you know, so you have to get a certain type of wood. The wood have to dry enough. The wood have to have the capability to burn, and not burn out too fast, but it'll keep the flame and all of them. Look at something there, we don't know them things there. And you have to get the little bramble and put it under the bottom. Sometimes you have to get little dry grass. And when you put the wood them, when you farm the wood them, we don't know how to farm wood in a fire. And there's someone who don't know how, someone don't even know how to make wood fire. Eh? Because you're not too young to know about that. Not true. But look here, when you farm up the what you call it now? When you farm up the wood them in the fireside, that is it, the fireside, right? And you have to put look, because sometimes you don't have no kerosene, you know. Sometimes you don't have no kerosene oil to make the fire, and you better start the fire there. You better start it, because dinner have to cook and food have to cook, and you get little bramble, little dry whatever bramble we used to call them. You get little dry grass, and you put it underneath the bottom. Sometimes all the match is wet, the match is damp. You don't ever try to light fire with damp matches yet? But Jesus, people sometimes the matches all are damp, right? And you have to know how to strike the sulfur on the damp matches, so that the sulfur don't come off, you know, but it strike the fire light up same way. No, sir. So yeah, so PNP people them have to go out now and start the fire. You have to start the fire. If you're a PNP supporter, you're going to have to start the fire. You understand? You're going to have to start it. You're going to have to make sure that you put the brambles where they're supposed to go. You're going to have to strike that match. All right? So now the match is cool, right? Sometimes you have to use plastic bag. We used to use the styrofoam too, right? Like the styrofoam plates and so on. We used to use all of that to catch fire. Right? You have to know the little things them what we use to catch the fire. You have to know talk to the young people them, right? And because a lot of the young people know, right? Them it's like they wanted to see a change. And that's why they voted for the Jamaica Labour Party. But guess what? Now you have to go show them this. You have to go probably even go back in a history, right? So you see how me talk about my history. When I me talk about these things, make my pitney know too. I make him know, say, listen, when me look at pitney and grow up, and Jamaica Labour Party people them a come around with them, what you call it now? Them motorcade. No, we have to go run and hide and lock up in the house. So right there in their mind, they must say, yo, when I join no Jamaica Labour Party. Right? Excuse me, so you know, I have to go build the legacy, you know. I wanna know. I have to talk about the history. I have to talk about, oh Jesus. Some of you never even know them things, yeah. Some of you never even know them things, yeah. Una have to talk about how if I know for Michael Manley, enough pitney were born out of marriage. Una know who them parents be, or them used to call the pitney them bastard pitney. If I know for Michael Manley, enough of the people them uno get no common entrance to take. Them uno get to go college and university. If I never for Michael Manley, so uno have to go dig up back in the history, people, and let the young people them know the history of where we're coming from, of where Jamaica Labour, the People's National Party is coming from. Una have to go back in the history, people, and talk about when Siaga did in a power and he used to marry off the food them. If you never did that something there, you go to shop to go buy bread and you have to buy pad to get one slice, to get 1/4 of bread. And them things that una have to talk about, the young people them know it. Make them know the history. You understand? So if you're a PNP, you have to know your why. Why are you a PNP? Free education, free farmland. Yes, dear. So we have to dig up back in the history and make the people them know. Say, listen, man, these are the foundation of the People's National Party. We have to go now and start the fire from scratch. Start the fire from scratch. We have to rebuild. Have to rebuild. That we have to do. You understand? That we have to do. Give them the books them where Michael Manley write, so that them can know. Them can know what take place. Decolonization and development. Let me see what them say about Jamaica in another book here. So them can know what take place. My father born here. Not true. What on the Shelley. Let me see Jamaica. 118, 128. Let me see what them talk about the history of Jamaica yourself. Right? Because let me tell you something. Enough of we don't know the history of our country. Yeah? Enough of we don't know the history of the country. You have to go back in the history and make them know. Say, carry come. Of the forefathers and PNP party organized carry come. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. People. Some people not understand, you know. Some people not understand how the thing go. Michael Manley, page 104. Let me show you. Because me that girl, me read why now. Me read. Yeah? 104. When you say about Michael Manley, right? Let me show you. In 1977, Manley was forced to ask the International Monetary Fund for assistance in Hello, let me read what take place here, so. You understand? Let me read what tell you. The Jamaica Labour Party under Bustamante remained in power, right? After independence until 1972. Let me go into history. Bustamante himself resigned for health reasons in 1967 and died 10 years later. The People's National Party, which took over in 1972, was led by Michael Manley, whose father Norman Manley had died in 1969. During his first 2 years in office, the new prime minister increased. Listen to the things that Michael Manley do. So all of the people them when I know about Michael Manley and the work that he did in Jamaica, and that is what I'm saying to you. You all have to go back to the grassroots and talk about what the People's National Party did to bring Jamaica from a state of disrepair. Yeah? So listen to this, people. Listen to this. During his first 2 years in office, the prime minister increased welfare benefits. You hear that? Made great efforts to gain the support of the Black Power movement, which had grown up during the 1960s, and established friendly contact with Castro government in Cuba. A lot of schools in Jamaica was built by the Cubans. We talk about Garvey Maceo, Jose Marti, built by the Cubans. In 1974, he announced that Jamaica was now a socialist state and that it was intended to nationalize many of the country's largest businesses. During the next 4 years, many such businesses were taken over, bringing large segments of the economy under state control. Right? So you see what was happening, people? Unfortunately, in 1977, he had to go there for to IMF for assistance, right? And so this was provided, but only in return for a drastic cut in spending and an increase in taxes, right? And of course, we see where the Jamaica Labour Party came into office for the next 8 years and a half. The economy continued to suffer during most of this period. Although public spending was greatly reduced, affecting things like housing, education, and health, this did little to improve matters overall, right? Now, we see here, guys, where, listen, man, Jamaica went through a lot. I remember when my mother cooked the yam and give us the pot water because they hide the sugar and married it with thank you very much. 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 Right? Married everything they married off. Yes. Let me see. Decolonization and development. I need to read a little bit more of this book. I'm not reading enough of this book because it pretty much tells you about all the various countries in the Caribbean and what happened and so on. But boy, let me tell you something. We have to know with history. And I'm not saying that the Jamaica Labour Party did nothing for the country. But I am saying this and I'm making these remarks against the background that if you all want the Jamaica Labour Party, the PNP to grow, if you want to see it rise again, then there's a lot that needs to be done. Plenty must be done. A lot must be done. We have to go back to the grassroots. We have to, as a party, we have to go back to the drawing board. Hey, David, we have to go back to the drawing board. We have to reassess, realign. Yeah? We have to repurpose and refocus in the party. Right? Oh my God, I saw that. Look here. I saw that. I was like $155. That's crazy. Right? That I remember, guys. And this was about 10 years ago. I remember about 10 years ago, I was marking CXC. And one of my girlfriends from Guyana gave me how much she gave me? I think she gave me about 100 Guyanese dollars. I think it was about 100, but 100 Guyanese dollars she gave me, right? Or somewhere about there. I think it was 100. She gave me 100 Guyanese dollar. And I asked her, I said, how much this worth in a US? $1. And that was 10 years ago. And when I saw the value or the exchange rate with the US and the Jamaican dollar this week, I remembered when pretty much a Guyanese dollar was equivalent, 150 Guyanese dollar was equivalent to $1 US. And that was probably over 10 years ago, right? Because I think it was even before I got married and had my son, and my son is going to be 10, right? Yep. And that's pretty much where our Jamaican dollar is. 155, 100 and whatever. I remember the other day when it was $140 something dollars and I sent some money to Jamaica. I'm like, damn, wow. It's just sad. And these are conversations that we need to have. Why is the dollar sliding? Somebody tell me why is the dollar sliding? Why? Why is the dollar sliding? What is causing it to happen? Right? Why? What is happening in Jamaica? Why? If you know econ, I mean, I don't know much about econ, right? But if you know anything about as to why the dollar value would be sliding, what is it about the Jamaican economy that would be causing the dollar to be sliding? right? The value of the dollar to be sliding. But anyway, people, I'm going to jump off here now, right? It's after 2. I need to probably hit the road now, get some things done. You know, tomorrow is Sabbath, it's Friday. Bless in the heart. Later on, we talk again, or see you all tomorrow on Praise Edition. Bye, folks. Bye-bye.